Hello and welcome to another episode of Video Game Reviews. Today I'll be talking about Skullgirls, second Encore, on the Nintendo Switch. If you don't know, Skullgirls is a 2D one-on-one fighting game, and I would describe its presentation as being kind of a mashup of Darkstalkers and BioShock. It features strong Art Deco influences, and the soundtrack features a lot of great jazz music, which really helps it to stand out from other games in the genre. Like, I've never seen a one-on-one fighting game go for a 1920s theme before, so that's interesting, just inherently. And then a lot of the attack animations are very elaborate and very fluid, which is, of course, reminiscent of Darkstalkers. But I would say that Skullgirls, for the most part, takes that idea of these just wild animations and ideas for, attack moves, takes that and just ramps it up several more notches. So if that appeals to you, this could definitely be your game. So anyway, all these elements come together, and they help to give Skullgirls a unique position within the one-on-one fighting genre, and really within video games in general. The combat here is definitely fast-paced, which is nice. I'm a fan. While I'm not quite a competition level fighting game player, I would describe Skullgirls as fairly combo intensive, potentially, although there's a flip side to that, and we'll get to that a little bit later. The sound effects are top tier. They're crunchy, and the game feels great to control. The file size is a significant bonus, as it's only a few gigs. Whereas MK11, for example, is so huge, especially with all of the updates and DLC, that I have not been able to make the room on my SD card to re-download it for years now, right? So like, it was one of my earlier Switch games, in other words. Played through it, finished it. I needed to make some space, so I cleared it off of my card, and I kind of got the urge to play it again because MK11, if you don't know, is a really good one-on-one fighter. And I literally just cannot find the room. And even when it says that I have enough room, I guess with all of the updates and the DLC and everything that it tries to download, on top of the base game, it's not really giving me what that figure is. And evidently I just don't have enough room to download all that, which is a shame because I enjoy the heck out of the game. I'm probably just gonna have to crack and buy another SD card at some point here. But anyways, moving on. Skullgirls does not have that issue at all. That's the point. It's a teeny tiny little game, and in my opinion, you wouldn't really know it to look at it. It's very fluid. It's very well animated, and so I personally think they did a heck of a job squeezing it into the file size that they did. Skullgirls normally sells for $25, which honestly, I think is a reasonable price if you're looking for a quality one-on-one fighter that won't eat up your SD card. This game's worth your time. I would gauge myself as either a very high-level casual player at one-on-one fighting games, or possibly like maybe a low-level competitive player. So there are likely nuances that I'm unqualified to comment on as far as like the combo systems and so forth. Having said that, I think that Skullgirls is a worthy purchase at full price, though it's on sale until December 4th for just $5. And so at that price, I'd say it should be a crime not to at least check this game out. Yeah, so look, I wanted to add to that. So I've since I wrote the first part of this review, I've since played through the story mode with every non-DLC character in the game. And so I just want to add a few things. Number one, the number of characters available in this game is good. Okay, it's a large. Well, it's I know that there are some fighting games that have like enormous character selection screens. This, I guess technically would fall somewhere in the middle as far as the number of characters, but I feel that, I mean, it's definitely more than 10. I feel like it is a good number of characters, you know, and they're all, well, most of them are quite different, and importantly, while it doesn't reach the heights of MK11's story mode, in my opinion, you know, nothing really... Like, the MK series has really come to dominate in terms of the quality of its story mode. However, I did feel that Skullgirls has a good story mode with, you know, endings that I actually wanted to see, and, you know, and it really kept me coming back time and again to the story mode to play through as every character. I had a really fun time with it, so, you know, I definitely recommend it from that perspective. But there is one thing that I do want to point out along with that, and it, you know, very well, you know, could be a deal breaker, especially for some of the more advanced fighting game players out there. It is, if you're going to be playing this primarily in one player mode, it is very easy to cheese the computer. Every character has a basic attack that you can spam to pretty much ensure victory in most cases. You just find out what that attack is that you can spam, and you can pretty much breeze through the whole game if you want to play that route. But honestly, there really wasn't even a deterrent for me. I had such a good time with this game. And like I said, for $5, that's awesome. You know, because like I said, I did find the story mode pretty compelling. And just look at it, man. This game absolutely drips with style. This game definitely has a personality all its own. It's not just, you know, it's the same rehashed crap. It feels pretty fresh, and it does. Skullgirls does also feature the. Look, I'm not this technical, but I guess it's the net rollback code or whatever that's supposed to make online versus games less laggy or something. And again, you know, I have to disclaim that I don't have the Nintendo Online Pass, so I can't play online versus, so I can't vouch for that personally, but my understanding is that it does run pretty well. All right, look, guys, I think that's it for this one. I appreciate you watching. Please click like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time, whenever that may be. Bye-bye.
Leviathan, would you kindly ready? Now!
Just you wait! The Contiello tradition lives on.
I couldn't